And let's go to, can we get Steve, the Arsenal fan, up?
Steve-O. Where's
Steve?
Steve-O.
Hello, Steve.
How you doing? You well?
I'm all right, Steve. Yeah, I'm all right. You been to the game?
Yeah, we're on our way back now on the M25. Fellas, I want to paint a picture for you. 12 months' time, right?
Go on.
Yeah.
Man City, we don't know what's going to happen. Points deduction. De Bruyne goes to Dubai, possibly, to abroad. Liverpool coming towards the end of their cycle. Klopp going. I don't see who's going to compete with Arsenal. I think it's going to be a boring one-team league. What do you fellas think?
I think you're talking absolute garbage. I can't, honestly, Steve.
Steve-O,
listen to yourself. You think that Arsenal are going to dominate? Listen, you may well go on and win some silverware, but to say that Man City and Liverpool come to the end of the cycle, look, only Klopp's leaving. That young squad. Have you seen what that Liverpool are doing at the moment? Steve-O, you let yourself down, mate. You made Steve. Come on, mate.
I don't see who's going to compete.
Steve. Honestly,
they've had one season.
This is the worst call of the night.
Honestly, one season you've had, Steve, and you're going on like you're going to absolutely dominate.
Yeah,
you're winding me up.
You've won the title for 14 years, right? And you're coming on saying you're going to dominate. Steve-O, you made a right mug of yourself.
Fellas, you're not going to have a show. It should be a boring one-team league.
Steve, look, I think Arsenal are here to stay, right?
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think that what Arteta's done with that team, and they're young enough to stay. But to say you're going to dominate,
Steve, I'll tell you what we can agree on in 2 years' time. Chelsea will still be 10th.
Might be 11th.
Tongue in cheek, of course. There's a little bit of serious.
No, you're good, Steve. You're good. You can't take anything away from it. Like you're a fantastic club at the moment. You are. You're in the Champions League.
Place.
You're fighting for the title. You've got good players. You've got leaders there.
Yep.
You've got young squad coming through. Your academy players are coming through. I mean, they've got it right. You've got it right. You can't take anything away from it. You can't. You've spent well. You've invested money. You go Declan Rice, £100 million. No one even talks about the price tag because he's been such a good signing. So, fair play to Arteta and fair play to Arsenal. It's been good.
No, long might continue, but thanks for taking the call, fellas.
Cheers,
anyway.
Steve.
No worries, Steve. Good luck with getting around that M25. Let's go to Paul. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Paul?
Hi, guys. How you doing?
All right, Paul Dog.
I'm all right.
So, listen, James, I've got to say, mate, you and Jason at the start, you had an agenda, basically, because you thought that Arsenal were going to lose tonight.
Oh.
And therefore, hold on.
Pray, fingers crossed.
Listen, guys, you had the script.
Yep.
You were ready to knock them, yeah?
Yep.
And I've got to say, Jason, you've gone up in my estimations because you were biased, but Jamie, mate, try and be a bit more professional. Jason's been on the station. Listen, Jason's been on the station a lot longer than you,
Jamie. Too long, mate. Too long. It's been on there too long.
Mate, not too long
for
at all,
everyone.
mate. You need to be a bit more professional because you've made some great points. But remember, on Saturday, we played Brentford and we played for 99 minutes and won that stressful game. That's less than 36 hours ago, yeah? And then we go out tonight and play a great Porto side, not a rubbish Porto side. They passed as good as Arsenal. They played a great game. You don't get in the top 16 unless you're a good team, okay? They played as well. If you look at the figures, the stats, they played really well tonight. And the other thing you've said is that Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Arsenal can't beat them. Well, who won the Champions League last year? Man City. Now, we beat Man City already this year, yeah? So when we go to the Etihad, if we lose, it doesn't matter because we won at the Arsenal. We might not win at the Etihad, but even if then that's a 1-1. In other words, they won one, we won one. But we beat them this year, and Man City won the Champions League last year. So in effect, we can beat any team in that competition, mate.
Yeah, like I said, over 2 legs, I'd have City. But in a final, in a one-off, you've proven you can beat them in a one-off.
Exactly, and that's what we're in, Jay.
Yeah.
We're in a cup game, but I've got to say, you can't be. I'm a professional in what I do, and James, you let yourself down, mate. You really have.
It's the bitterness, though, Paul.
What's he going on about?
No, seriously,
all I've done, I've been sat here talking about how good the club's run at the moment, and literally not listened to the last half hour of what I've been talking about.
Be more professional, Jay.
Jamie, you mentioned the word. Not in a bad way, in a good way. You mentioned the word monkey, right? So I've got a great idea. Why don't you spend the night with the monkeys in London Zoo in an Arsenal kit if Arsenal win the Champions League?
What?
Yeah, great deal. Yeah, all right. Yeah. I'm well up for that, Paul.
You're going to be living in London. You're going to be living in London somewhere. So why don't you spend the night? You mentioned the word monkey, mate. You could listen. Okay, countryside. You can spend the night in London Zoo with the monkeys in an Arsenal kit if Arsenal win the Champions League. That's my bet with you.
Oh, all right, brilliant. What are you doing then when you get knocked out?
What am I doing? What do you mean when we get knocked out?
Well, you're offering me to go. I've got to sit in London Zoo if they win the Champions League. What are you doing?
I'll do exactly the same in the Tottenham kit. And let me say to you,
you're just going to rock up to London Zoo with a Tottenham shirt on and say I lost the bet with Jamie O'Hara. I've got to sit here with the monkeys.
No problem. Listen, no problem at all, mate. At the end of the day, I've got to say, right, listen, the geezer that came on, and he said, I like watching the Arsenal. Fair play to him. At the end of the day, he likes a good game of football.
Paul.
Yeah?
Right, let's go to Greg, who's a Celtic fan. Greg?
All right, Greg.
All right, guys, how you doing?
I'm all right, Greg. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Yeah. It was just the comment you made, Jamie, on do you believe Arsenal are the weakest team left in the Champions League?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find that crazy, man. I mean, you've got PSV left, Borussia Dortmund.
No, I said that the teams that have gone through already. So you got the other games tomorrow night. The teams that are already through: Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Manchester City, and Arsenal.
I don't believe that. I think Arsenal.
Yeah.
I don't believe
that. I mean,
that.
to be honest with you, even then, I get your point now. That makes a lot more sense. But I would pick Arsenal over Barcelona right now. To be honest with you, I know it's debatable.
From what I've seen, I mean, they were decent tonight, Barca. But by the way, Napoli had chances. Napoli had a lot of chances. There was such an open game. It could have been 3-3 at the end of the game. Napoli had good chances, mate. But I'll have Arsenal. They want to avoid City and Arsenal. Trust me, because of the money they've got and how well they're doing. Real Madrid, they've got the pedigree.
You get to the late stages of the competition. Arsenal haven't been there.
You got to take it comes on, mate. You got to look
at it and say, well, the other teams have been there. Have experienced two-legged ties in the quarterfinals, semi-finals.
There's a little bit more know-how. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
there's a bit.
And I think tonight they showed a bit of nervousness tonight. Yeah, and look, they got it done. They got it done. Fair play to them. They got it done. But I still think they go out.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.